Check. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me this button here. And color wrap up. We put that there. Go here. Put that there. What's up, Trey 8K? How you doing, young man? How you been doing? Yeah, surviving that weather out there. So still beating the keyboard. Yeah, I was sharing this. This kind of I looked at the calendar, man, and this is coming up. This is the last week of Hangouts. So this is the last week of Hangouts. So this very well could be one of my last Porchlight podcasts on Hangouts. I do need to shout out to BitCloud. I got to get with him. He's gonna show me some tricks so I can keep I can keep on possibly podcasting there. Hunger Game out here in New York City. It's bad. It's brutal. I mean, it wasn't that bad today where I live because it rained right at 1:45. So it rained from 1:45 till about 5 o'clock. This hard rain. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't that bad. So yeah, it was pretty bad. So, but yeah, let me go ahead and jump into it. Welcome to the Porchlight podcast, everybody. This is it is June. I'm sorry, it is July 21st. My goodness gracious, 2019. It is 9 p.m. and certainly hope everybody is safe where they are because of the weather. It is just downright nasty out there. And I appreciate you being here and everybody that will be here now and will be here later. So you felt the sun and the shade. Yeah, it was bad. That's what I'm. Yeah, you preach to the choir, brother. You are preaching to the choir. I certainly hope everybody had a good, fruitful Sunday. I was at work, so shout out to everybody that podcast today. Shout out to the almighty Next Gen 720. I need to listen to his podcast. I was just listening to the Crap Gamers podcast. He was talking about the Gears demo, and so I'll be listening to that. And I got to listen to Foxy Games UK's podcast. And so yeah, I got plenty to do tonight, and get caught up here and just have a good time. But I'm going to go over this Porchlight podcast. Is They say it's sponsored by folks like you. So you guys hit that like button as you come by. Leave comments. I'm going to go over San Diego's Comic-Con that Marvel had. And there's other stuff that came out in Comic-Con. And so shout out to everybody who did watch that, who watched those streams yesterday. And so we'll just go over them here real quick. And after that, yeah, I'm going to fire up Mass Effect and play a little Mass Effect. And just go from there. Have a good evening. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Yeah, I thought Marvel had a very promising event for me personally. I'm excited about it. There's people complaining about it, of course. The Fantastic Four people, they're just bitching. This morning when I'm on my way to work listening, they're just bitching. But we're going to go ahead and start with the entire thing. I'll pull it up here. I can't really see that well, but in short order here, it is Black Widow May 1st, followed by The Falcon and Winter Soldier. That is on Disney Plus streaming. That is a streaming service by Disney. It's going to be like $7.99 a month. They may bundle it with Hulu and ESPN. That's what I'm looking for them to do. Then November 6th, we got November 6th, 2020. You've got the Eternals. These are movies right here. This is a TV show. Let me make that clear. These two first up here are movies, but in order is Black Widow. Then this TV show, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, will start. Then there's the Eternals. That is November 6, 2020. That is followed by in February 2012, which is Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, which looks like it's going to have the real Mandarin in there. I mean, we'll have to wait and see how that shapes up, but that's what they're teasing. WandaVision, which I'm excited about. That's spring 2021. So this is February, and then this is spring. So this may be April, or this I think will probably be an April movie, give or take. Then Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now this will have Scarlet Witch in it. This is going to be a kind of a team up. So Doctor Strange will be in this. Probably Baron Mordo will be in it. Have to wait and see, or maybe Nightmare. Have to wait and see. Up here we go with the Disney TV show again. This is a TV show. This is Loki. If you didn't see Endgame, Loki escaped with the space stone. So he's supposed to be time traveling, give or take. This is interesting. This is called Marvel's What If. This is going to be This is animated. This is on the Disney Plus streaming service. And this is hosted by Jeffrey, something, I can't think of his name. I'll get into it on the other side of this. But this is on the Disney, this is summer of 2021. Then the Hawkeye is fall of 2021. That's going to have Jeremy Renner as the Ronin character. So and it's going to also have Kate Bishop, his daughter. So so he'll be training her. That's what it sounds like. And then here's Thor, Love and Thunder. This was a big announcement right here. But we'll go ahead and get into it here, ladies and gents. So let me stop sharing that. Let me go back to here. Bring this up here. Because now we'll go through the movies one by one. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, by the way. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday night. You all got to work in the morning, and I don't. So Batman looks better than Spider-Man. Okay. I mean, it's probably not that bad. So can you blow up that? I'm just going to go through them one by one. Crew. I guess it's Crew, isn't it? So Juntaku Gaming 3, that guy who's going to be the new Blade, will fit in just fine. He's got that good deep voice. Yeah, Mirashah Ali, two-time Oscar winner. He got his first start on the 4400. That's where I first seen him. That was a show that was on USA. It's a sci-fi show. It's a pretty good show. You all should check that out. But I'm going to share my screen here, and then we'll just kind of walk through them, and we'll go from there. So hopefully you all can still see the screen there. Here's what I need to do. Let me get my phone here. Hold on. Go. Let's see here. Just give me a sec here. Gotta find the podcast. And it's there. This goes there. Let me turn this down. All right, there we go. That way I can see you all's questions. All right, so here we go. I got my headset back on. So again, appreciate you joining me here. Hundreds of millions of people are doing this already. Did it late last night. I couldn't do it late last night. So what's up, Robert McLeod? How you doing there, young man? All right, so Black Widow again. And here's why I like this page here. This is Complex Media. I like because it's got the directors and everything. So the director is Kate Shortland. It's starring, this is the Black Widow movie. Remember, this is May 1st, 2020. So it has ScarJo in it. We got David Harbour. That's the guy from Stranger Things. That's Eleven's adopted father. Florence Pugh, O.T. Fableen, and Rachel Weisz. I mean, this is a strong cast. So, but yeah, and then it goes into what this is going to be about. This is going to be about her Red Room training, her being, and Pugh is playing Yelena Belova. So Yelena Belova is also a Black Widow graduate. Black Widow isn't her name, that's the program that she graduated from. Okay, that's what it's called. It's at Red Room Russia. And so we'll get more into that. It's a prequel. It is a prequel, so it's not part of any major thing. I'm actually surprised it's part of the phase. But there was some talk back and forth whether Spider-Man was the beginning of Phase 4, and it turned out not to be. Kevin Feige has made Spider-Man the end of Phase 3. Okay, so the Spider-Man Far From Home movie was the end of Phase 3, and I'll take any Spider-Man Far From Home questions you got, because again, it's been out 3 weeks almost. You all should have seen it by now. It's approaching $1 billion. It'll probably get there pretty soon. Also, on a side note, I almost forgot about this. Avengers Endgame, which ends its theatrical run in another 6 days. They will be pulled out of the theater. Surpassed Avatar today at noon Eastern time to be becoming the highest grossing movie in modern day history. So everybody that went to go see it, whether you saw it once or 4 times, congratulations. We did it. Love you 3000, Marvel. As somebody who has seen, I've seen 2 major fandoms come and go. One came and went. The Star Wars fandom, I was part of the original fandom. I was a little kid in the 70s. So I saw the Star Wars fandom, and everybody wanted to be Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, stuff like that. Star Wars fandom went away after Return of the Jedi. We got no more Star Wars movies until the 90s. Hellfire, people were out of college by then. Yeah, graduated high school, out of college. I think the last Star Wars movie was Return of the Jedi, 1983. So we got it back up again. Lucas gave us the prequels. I enjoyed the prequels, but a lot of people did not enjoy the prequels. And so just a good time there. And but the fandom was back, So this Marvel thing, to be able to witness this and participate in it was just really fun. It's throwback. I mean, it reminded me of being a kid again, going to the comic book store, things like that. So, but yeah, we'll keep going. So the villain for Black Widow is supposed to be Taskmaster. Now, if that sounds familiar, the Avengers video game that was shown at E3 also has Taskmaster in it. Okay, so just so you know, that's why that name probably sounds familiar. Now we'll move. This is a TV show. This right here is a TV show. It's called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, this is going to be part of Disney Plus. Okay, they don't have a director yet. It's going to have Anthony Mackie. That's him. Of course, that's Falcon. Sebastian Stan, Bucky, the Winter Soldier, and Daniel Bruhl. That's Zemo. Okay, that's Baron Zemo. So that's Daniel Bruhl. He's going to play Zemo in this. So and again, it has been confirmed that Mackie will wear the Captain America colors and have the shield. So Sam is the new Captain America. That follows the comic book. Okay, so everybody just screaming, "Oh, they can't have a black Captain America." Again, he was Captain America in the comic book. So there's a comic book run with him as Captain America. So go check that out. Again, that's fall of 2020. And again, I'll be changing my diet and working out again just to make sure that I can see all this stuff. So, but it ought to be cool. It's going to be fun. And this is one reason why you got to get the Disney Plus service. So, and I'll be getting the Disney Plus service. Like I said, day one, I'm there. All right. The Eternals. Okay. The Eternals. So that is Chloe Zhao is directing this. This is some heavy hitters now. Angelina Jolie, Oscar winner. Richard Madden, Kamala Jadi, this guy here. Laura Rudolph, Brian Tyree. Selma Hayek, again, Leah McHugh and Don Lee. Huge gets here. Huge gets. Selma Hayek and Angelina Jolie are huge. Okay, so that's just a big get. Those are Oscar winners. I can't wait. Now, what is who are the Eternals? okay, Thanos, the Eternals were created by the Celestials. So Thanos' mom and dad are Eternals. Okay, pretty much, Thanos was an Eternal from Titan. That's where he lived. So, but you may see him, you may see his brother. Have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm very excited about this. Okay. So I am very excited about this one. I mean, this is again, this is November 6, 2020. Get your popcorn ready, because I'll be ready for this one. So yeah, now we'll move on. We will move on. And but does anybody have any questions so far? Does anybody have any questions so far? So Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, this is where I thought they could have a nice introduction of the Iron Fist, but they ain't doing it. But the Legend of the Ten Rings, if you watched Iron Man 3, the Ten Rings, that's the quote-unquote terrorist organization that Iron Man was fighting. So it's called the Legend of the Ten Rings. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. He's allegedly going after the real Mandarin. This is going to make so much money in China. I mean, they are jumping off the cliff in China for this. But again, this is February 12, 2021. This will be right after the PlayStation 5 and new Xbox come out. Go to the movies and check this one out. Like I said, I thought Ben Kingsley's in Iron Man 3 was great as the Mandarin. I thought that was funny as hell, the turn he took. But a lot of people were pissed off about it. So this guy right here got in touch with Marvel via Twitter and auditioned and got the part. So, and they just told him on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, they just told him he got the part. So, but this is going to be great. Lots of martial arts in this one, lots of deep lore in this one, and a lot of money going to be made over there in China. I mean, China has really helped the MCU. This is the MCU scratching their backs now. Like they said, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Kind of the way it goes. All right. So again, this is February 12, 2020. And again, I'll be there, God willing. This is Black History Month, but everybody thought the February 12th date was going to be Black Panther Part 2. But Black Panther Part 2 is not part of Phase 4. Black Panther Part 2 going to be Phase 5. Will probably be reeled into the Dark Avengers. I think they're going to go with the Dark Avengers first and do Secret Wars. That's just that's my prediction for Phase 5 because there's no Avengers movies for the next 28 months scheduled. So we'll go ahead. And Loki again, Tom Hiddleston's reprising his role. This is on Disney streaming. Let me make this is not a movie. This is a TV show. It's going to be on Disney streaming. Again, I'm advocating. I'm holding out for Disney streaming. I'm buying it day one. Day one. I would say light that sucker up, and I'm going to watch all the Star Wars movies day one. Stream it right to the house. 1080p, 1080, whatever they're going to show it at. They're going to have it in 4K. That's what I've been told. We'll have to wait and see. So, but again, they gave this away as part of the in Endgame when Loki escaped. Well, he got away again with the Tesseract during the Battle of New York portion of Endgame's time heist. So that was it. That was them setting up this thing, what he is going to be doing. Have to wait and see how it goes, but it ought to be fun. So, and again, this is a TV show. Let me make this clear. This is not a movie you go see. Then we get to WandaVision, so which everybody thought was corny, and they may change this to Wanda and the Vision, but that's what they're teasing right now. But it's called WandaVision. It has the two original actors, Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen. So again, he's reprising his role as Vision. It is allegedly happening after Endgame, so we'll have to wait and see how it works. But again, this is a TV show, folks. It's a TV show. So somebody was like, what now? You were going, but decided on getting the RX 5700 XT. Fair enough. Yeah, again, apparently it's doing very well. It's doing very well. Now, it has no type of ray tracing on it. Talking about the 5700 XT, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, who knows? Maybe they patch it in. We just don't know. Ray tracing to me, not that big a deal. Like, shout out to Sick Humor. Like he said, it's going to make the rooms look good, but that's about it. But we'll have to wait and see. So, but again, in the comics, Wanda is one of the most powerful characters around, capable of shifting reality. That's called Hex Power. So that's what it's called. It's called her Hex Power, which they've never developed, but who knows? Maybe she's under the tutor of Doctor Strange. He helps bring that out. Speaking of Doctor Strange, and again, remember, this is a TV show, folks. WandaVision is a TV show. It is not a movie. So, all right, so then we get to the other big announcement, which is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So what they're saying is officially the multiverse is in play now, which is extremely exciting for people like me to read the comic books. So, but again, Scott Derrickson, the same guy that directed the first one, he's back. It's got Benedict Cumberbatch and Elizabeth Olsen, so she will be reprising her role as Scarlet Witch. I'm going to have a ball with this one. God willing, I'm still alive May 7, 2021. Okay, I'm not dead or in jail. So, but that's my plan. I will be there May 7th. I love this release date. Not too late in the year. A nice little jump, and this will be a good movie. I think it's got a good director, 2 dedicated actors. So we'll have to wait and see how this rolls. So, but tell me what you all think. Yeah, I think Nightmare will be in it, and probably Baron Mordo. That's who I think will be in it. But we'll have to wait and see. So, but Nightmare is my prediction, but hopefully we get a Baron Mordo. So then we get a what if here. Now this is going to be hosted by Jeffrey Wright. This is an animated series on Disney streaming. These gentlemen up here and ladies are going to be reprising their voices. This is the way they're sticking in the MCU. So what if will be something like, what if Eric Killmonger took over Wakanda and declared war on the world? What if Ant-Man had a baby with Scarlett? No, not Scarlett Johansson, but with what if Ant-Man had a baby with Haley Atwell instead of Steve Rogers? Stuff like that. Not Ant-Man, but Michael Douglas's character, the original Ant-Man. What if he did it? You know, and with Peggy and wife Peggy up. What would that? That's what if's going to be about. What if Nick Fury had a child with Kobe Smulders character, Maria Hill? The stuff like that. What if Maria Hill was always in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D.? So it's going to be things like that. All to be fun. It is a what if, you know. So it ought to be fun. It's an animated series. So but it ought to be fun just to play what if. This is something. What if is something that you do at the comic book stores. You know, what if Batman could be in the MCU? You know, that's the way that conversation starts. What if Batman didn't exist in Gotham and Robin was the main person? Just stuff like that. And that's the way you play what if. So what if the Joker killed Batman? You know, and then how would that play out? So, all right, but what if, again, is hosted by Jeffrey Wright, and you'll know him when you see him. And it ought to be great. I'm looking forward to it. That's going to combine Disney's animation, Sony animation, and Marvel's animation. Ought to be great. Ought to be great. So Hawkeye. Now, we don't know if this is a movie or yet. We don't know. So, but what we do know is that he is going to have his daughter in it, and we're going to go from there. We don't know if Kate Bishop is going to be the same girl from the movie. Is it going to be they're going to cast somebody else? Don't know the timeline. Again, 2021 fall, damn near 2022. So I have to wait and see if Jeremy Renner's still around. So Jeremy Renner actually is scoring a movie. Scoring meaning he's actually writing the music for a movie that's coming out this fall. So, but it ought to be fun. Just have to wait and see how that plays out. This is the one I'm the least excited about. We'll have to wait and see how it works out. Here's another one I'm very excited about. Thor, Love and Thunder. I guess if you don't know, Hemsworth is back. He's signed, I think, another 3-movie deal with Marvel. Natalie Portman, Oscar winner. She is back. she will play Jane Foster again, and she will be the Jane Foster that holds the hammer. Because if you don't know, Jane Foster is worthy. Therefore, she can control Thor's, have the power of Thor. So, it's a good comic book run. I strongly suggest you guys read it. It's a good run. It's a fun comic book to read. Taika Waititi is back to direct it, and he directed Ragnarok, which to me stands as one of the funniest movies I've seen. Just I laughed my what off the entire movie. So I have to check that on out. And I think J-Dub City, he went out and got it in 4K. Shout out to him as well for getting it. So yeah, this is the Mighty Thor series that we're going to see. So if you don't know about how, I don't want to hear people saying, well, this is SJW BS. It's not, because they already did this comic book run years ago and nobody had a problem. So I don't want to see the moistness coming out of here. Let me see if there's any questions here. Let's see here. Doc Stranger and Thor are the only movies you'll watch in Phase 4. That's fine. Doctor Strange and Thor. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, as long as you're watching, right? Before that, you had a 2070. Well, if you want to donate the 2070 to the church, Fatal Sherrod, I'm here for you. So Disney can kick rocks and not getting your money. Well, let's give the service a chance, okay? So let's give the service a chance. So ray tracing just for light reflection. Yeah, we know. Yeah, light tracing in real time. Yeah, have to wait and see how that works out. But it's got Tessa Thompson in it, and I love me some Tessa Thompson. I think she's very nice to look at, and I enjoy her acting. So it ought to be fun. It ought to be fun. Remember, Tessa Thompson is the king of Asgard, or New Asgard. So it ought to be fun. And this picture just burned up the internet today. Her holding Thor's hammer, and people were just butthurt. I mean, again, if you don't know the history behind the characters, it's not Marvel's fault. It is not Marvel's fault. So, but again, are people disappointed we didn't get a Guardians 3 or a Black Panther Part 2? I'm a little disappointed, but again, Chadwick Boseman's got 2 big projects coming up. So I understand he just couldn't just go right back into Black Panther mode. And if you don't know, Chadwick Boseman is a method actor. So he has to rev himself up to be in that. Of course, the big announcement, as you all know here, was Blade. It's going to have Mahershala Ali, possibly also have Wesley Snipes in it. We don't know, but this was huge. People went nuts. If you go, again, this is now, you can get on YouTube now and you can pull all this up. Now, this is available for you to watch streaming wise. So, people just went nuts when he came out, and they didn't know what he was going to do or say. But when he put that Blade hat on, then it came up there. And again, Blade is not part of Phase 4. But if they're going to do Blade, they can now possibly do Kraven. They may do Morbius. We'll just have to wait and see. Will it be rated R? Will he team up with Deadpool? I think this is a great way they can introduce Deadpool. Both of them wield swords. Both of them are smart asses. One's a day-walking vampire, and the other one's a sociopath. So it ought to be. It's something that's workable. And if you don't remember, Blade 3, which was trash, by the way, garbage, had Wesley Snipes and Ryan Reynolds. So maybe they reprise that. We'll have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. So, but I'm excited about that. But man, getting Mahershala Ali is great. So that'll lead to the House of M. Possibly, yeah, that's a good one. The House of M could be good too. That was a great comic book run, by the way. Let's see here. Nobody's asking any questions. Joker will be in rehab, possibly. Yeah. Phase 4 sounds whack. Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, again, like I said, a lot of people weren't excited about it. It really reminds me of Phase 1. But a lot of people thought Phase 4 was going to be much more cosmic based, and it's not. So those predictions were wrong. And again, they were predictions. It's not that big a deal. But Blade was huge. Don't want to hear people crapping all over this announcement with Mahershala Ali. Again, another Oscar winner. Mahershala Ali, again, has won 2 Oscars. So again, cannot deny the talent. Natalie Portman, Oscar winner. Let's see here. Yeah, there's Natalie Portman again, Oscar winner. Jeremy Renner is he's good. He's a good actor. What If will be fun. That is the equivalent of going to the comic book store and saying, what if this and what if that? Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, very accomplished actor. So I enjoy him. This ought to be just a fun series. I have to wait and see how this goes. I don't know if y'all don't know this, but this chick right here is stacked. She is stacked. Okay, you can't tell under those clothes, but that is a stacked young lady right there. Loki, always a favorite. Tom Hiddleston, if you don't know, is 6'6". He is 6'6". This guy is relatively unknown, but this movie will make the most in this phase, I believe. And of course, here you got an Oscar winner again, and Angelina Jolie. So my point is that Marvel is able to get now A-list actors and actresses to be on their shows. So that's what I'm about. I love it. Triple J is not the Antichrist. Come on. You've had your fill of Loki, you're over it. That's fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, but what do you all think about that? And what are you guys excited about in the with this phase? You know where I stand on it. I'm very excited about this phase. It's a new investment for me, and I don't know if I'll be around for phase see the end. I don't know what's going to happen 2 years from now. So, but I think we got a lot of potential for a lot of crossovers. We'll have to wait and see. Kevin Feige, just set the record straight, he did mention Black Panther 2 and how they're going to make that. They're also going to make Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Captain Marvel. I mean, I loved Captain Marvel, that movie. And of course, he brought up the Fantastic Four, which everybody just went nuts. So, which is just, and then he said mutants. So he didn't say X-Men, he just said mutants. So that's the way it is. So he said Phase 4 sounds exciting. Nothing in Phase 4 sounds except Doctor. That's fair. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, Phase 1, the best. I liked Iron Man, and I liked Iron Man 1 and 2. I didn't care for the Incredible Hulk. I thought the first Captain America was okay. Thought Thor was just okay. So that's why I think it feels like Phase 1 all over again. So Mahershala Ali is Blade, fantastic actor, but we need a lot of yeah. But the thing is that if he's a great actor, and I agree with that, Triple J, he's dedicated to his craft. So we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. But we got to admit, at least they got a fantastic actor, and that's the main thing. So that's fine, Robert McLeod. That's perfectly fine. And but this is where the money is at. Like I said, Spider-Man is on its way to making $1 billion. I mean, it's amazing. It is amazing. So, but yeah, if there's any questions or anything about Phase 4, and again, Phase 4 is a bunch of projects. They're launching Disney streaming service. So I'm excited about that too. So, because I'll be getting rid of Netflix. I'm going to watch Adrift Earth and finish watching Jessica Jones, and then I'm going to call them up and like, yeah, you cancel my membership. So we'll go from there. So any questions, comments, or questions, comments, or concerns? So Phase 1 is much better than Phase 4. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, there's some heavy movies. I mean, Doctor Strange 2, another Thor movie. The Thor movie is a surprise. The Thor movie is a surprise. So in-game struggle to pass Avatar. See, that's not true. Endgame made in 13 weeks, what Avatar took 9 months to do. I mean, that's reality. So, but they did it. Actually, let's see where it is. Let me see if I can be Mr. Share my screen again. See here. Let me find it on here. Because there's actually a channel that's dedicated to it. Let's see here. There we go. There it is. And I'll just share this real quick with you. I don't want my site to get flagged. There you go. There you can see the number right there. On the right-hand side, this is Endgame. $2.7 billion, 88. Here's Avatar, $2.7 billion, 87. So Endgame, that's at Endgame 1. They've got this going on here. So yeah, I give credit where credit is due. So I give credit where credit is due, and they deserve credit. So and they deserve credit. So yeah. All right. So are there any questions about the Spider-Man movie? Nothing about the Spider-Man on Spider-Man Far From Home. So they re-released it. Yeah, they did re-release it. So and the re-release worked. So and understand that they only re-released it for 1 weekend in the United States, and then the re-release in overseas lasted 2 weeks. But again, the movie rotates out of the theaters because it goes to digital week after next. So this is the last week to go see it is this week, because next week it goes to digital. Then in 2 weeks after that, it goes to Blu-ray. So I would too. I would love to get that money they make, and I can get a 2080. They should introduce new cast of Fantastic Four in the Spider-Man movies without a backstory. Yeah, that would work. That could work. That would be cool. Remember reading such kind of comic books in the 80s? Yeah. I read my House of M. I read a bunch of the X-Men. I identify more with the X-Men because they're being persecuted. So will Spider-Man still have his V card, or will he finally? I don't know. That chick, she seemed like she was wanting to put it on him, don't it? So we have to wait and see. So, and at least in the video game, he went raw. Peter Parker went raw with Black Cat. So at least that's implied in the video game. So we know in the video game he be going raw. That's why he is now my second favorite character. So X-Men needs a reboot. Yeah, they're gonna redo X-Men too. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what they do with that. So that's a Sony property, so we have to wait and see. But Marvel is producing it and writing it. You can tell, Sony's just kind of there. But I did like Far From Home. I recommend that movie. It was fun to watch. So Black Cat is Spider-Man's overlord. Well, she could be mine. That was ridiculous. I mean, the way she was built, I was like, yeah. So they better, and with Mr. Sinister. That would be cool with Mr. Sinister. I ain't gonna deny that. That would be cool with Mr. Sinister. But have to wait and see. But see, now they have access to him because Mr. Sinister was a Fox guy, and now they got him. So Avatar is a Fern Gully CGI ripoff. Okay, fair enough. So this introduced them in the Spider-Man universe or Doctor Strange universe. I think you'll hear about them in the. You may hear about them on the TV show. I mean, you just don't know. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. So will be played. Mr. Sinister won't be played by a lesbian character. Good grief. So y'all are just being silly now. Yeah, I mean, again, that Black Cat. Well, that was something else. I mean, that was a cosplay character that had, that did a her. So it was like, man, oh man. But guys, look, I am. This is a Porchlight podcast, and these are intended to be short. You guys know that. So I am going to I'm going to jump on off here. I do hit that like button and share the video, and leave your questions and comments down here, and I will definitely be looking to answer them. I'm off tomorrow, so I will be gaming, and after I come back from the gym, you all take it easy. You all stay blessed. And again, it is here. Marvel Phase 4 is here. We made it. Endgame, the biggest movie of all time. I never thought I would live to see two major franchises hit the 2 billion mark. 2 billion. So this is going to be great. So guys, you all take it easy. You all stay blessed. Thank you for coming out. And remember, Hangouts ends on August 1st. So I'll be going to OBS starting this weekend, more than likely. You all take it easy. You all stay blessed. Peace.